Let us look at some examples of past perfect simple in order to make the understanding of our students better. He had read many books. Had is the past tense for past perfect and read is the past tense for the verb read. He had started writing his first novel. She had discovered a new story. So in all these sentences, we notice the verb is in the past and added by the helping word had, with the pronoun or the subject that has to be mentioned. So these past perfect simple tenses are very easy for the students to understand because, as the name is clear, the verbs have to be in the past along with the helping verbs of had used in the past form as well. And they are also associated with the time if need be, but usually when we would like to mention the time, then these past perfect simple tenses would change into sentences of past perfect continuous tense. For example, if I want to mention here, he had read many books, and I want to write about the year when he read those many books, then I would say he had read many books in year 1967. But this does not specify that this activity continued as a sequence. It just tells us that he read these books in 1967. It is clearly showing that the activity was done in 1967, but it is not telling us that this activity continued as a sequence of events. Whether it continued for many years or whether it was just there for one time, this does not specify in a sentence in which we are using past perfect simple tense. Look at the other one. She had discovered a new story in 2004. So that means we are specifying the time here. We are saying she had discovered a new story in 2004, but we are not saying that this activity continued for some time. It does not show a sequence of events that continued. It just shows a happening of the event, but even if we put the time duration there, still we cannot say it kept on happening. That is the difference between past perfect simple and past perfect continuous tense, because in the past perfect continuous tense we would be able to talk about the time, but at the same time we would be having a context that this event has been taking place in sequence for some period of time. It was not specified as one time that this activity took place. It took place for some time with a sequence of events in order to make it different from just the past perfect simple tense. All these comparisons in the class need to be repeated again and again, because these confusions, they stay in the mind of the students, and a lot of reinforcement is required every time to make them aware of these differences. Also, different kinds of activities and exercises should be used in order to make clear the difference between the two continuous tenses, present and past, and also making a difference between the present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. A lot of reinforcement is required in the form of doing examples and different exercises.